seeking financial aid for college and, of course, have relied heavily on loans, most of which are private bank loans, is accumulating debt in general. They storm in the movement and the movement's members, staying off the grid is terribly hard when the last options are private bank loans. Basically, I'm a kid who needs money and has every intention of dedication to the Zeitgeist movement. Well, I'm right there with you. It wasn't until last year I paid off my $80,000 student loan, and that was just a painful thing to have to go through year after year. I only went to school for 2 years, by the way, and dropped out because I realized what a financial atrocity it was. I'm not going to tell you what to do as far as financial aid for your college, but I just strongly recommend you assess the numbers that the debt you're going to go into and what you're going to get out of it and what you hope to accomplish. That's really it. If you're going into a field that you know can't generate income that's going to enable you to get out of debt fairly quickly, then I certainly wouldn't recommend going into the type of certain amounts of debt for it. I hate to be cynical of the educational system, but the college is a business and nothing more. With the advent of the Internet and the immense amount of information that you can get through libraries and through digital media, it's only having that piece of paper. There's so much information available to anybody that wants to learn just about anything, really. It's only the hands-on things that college comes into play, such as doctors that need access to equipment. They have to train on real equipment. Therefore, they have to have a resource to do so. You can't just do that at home. As opposed to taking a law degree, which anybody that can read, again, I don't like law, but I'm just giving it as an example, anybody can read about this information, and they can learn what they need to know through their own diligence. So, I understand your interest. You have to make your own decisions on that. I do, generally speaking, try to go into as little debt as possible. It's just the worst thing that you can do to yourself at this point. Debt is the ultimate prison cell. I find it funny as an aside, not funny, but if the United States government gave a shit about the U.S. economy, really, they wouldn't have bailed out any of the banks. They wouldn't have nationalized the auto industry or the financial industry or any of the attributes or the loan industry. They would have taken the public debt, private debt I think is the technical term. They would have assessed the debt of all of the Americans, and they would have given them some form of debt relief coupon, say 50 to 60% of their entire debt. That's what they would have done if they cared. They don't, because the public is the last thing they care about. If they had done that, the public immediately would have had more money to spend, and that is really the issue. If the public doesn't have money to spend, which they still don't, no economy is going to flourish. It's so obvious and so transparent that it's just mind-blowing. It's just mind-blowing that things are just ass backwards. But again, it's by design.